Hey guys, it's HowlingWesty here on the Sea-Cat, and today I'm wanting to go through my Wii U collection. I thought this would be a nice, quick, easy video for me to do as I'm getting back into the groove of YouTube, and as I'm a huge fan of the Wii U, and I think the Wii U is the best console ever made, I just wanted to show you my Wii U collection as I'm on the quest to collect every physical PAL Wii U game. Let's get into it. Right, so starting off straight out the gate, I'm going to go in alphabetical order, and we'll start with the first two games in my Wii U collection because they do come in this special edition box set here, and it's obviously Bayonetta 1 and 2. Which, interestingly enough, Bayonetta 1 and 2, I got this collector's edition duo set. You can see Bayonetta 1, which is an 18 rated game, and Bayonetta 2, 16 rated game. I can't really tell you too much about these games because I've not played them. As you can see, they are still completely sealed, but soon. Absolutely soon. So, Bayonetta 2, the story behind this, as far as I can remember, is the developers of Bayonetta wanted to do a sequel. Nintendo, I think, funded Bayonetta 2, and they were the ones who published it as a Wii U exclusive. So, Bayonetta became sort of like this honorary Nintendo title, and that ended up with Bayonetta coming to Smash Bros. Eventually as the supposed Smash Ballot winner. I didn't really buy that at the time, but you know, I can't complain now, given that I think the Smash Ballot was probably just a prerequisite to some of the characters we got in Ultimate. You know, we got Sora from Kingdom Hearts, we got Steve from Minecraft, and I think they were likely some of the highly voted for characters in that. K. Rool as well, but Bayonetta, definitely want to play these two games at some point. Loving playing on my Wii U. Let's move these over, because the next game in my Wii U collection is also sealed. Cabela's Dangerous Hunts 2013, which you'll see down here is the Italian and Spanish version of the game. I, you know, am definitely potentially reckless with my game spending. More on that in the Skylanders video that'll be coming up. But Cabela's Dangerous Hunts, the PAL version of this game, comes in many different, I guess, versions. You've got the Italian and Spanish version, which is here, or you can get the UK and France version. Now, I was looking online and the UK and France version was selling for about 500 quid, but the Italian version was selling for a lot less, and that's even with it being sealed. So obviously, trying to collect all the Wii U games, I'm going to go for the version that isn't 500 quid. I could buy a lot with 500 quid, and I'm not going to spend it on a hunting game that I've never really played before. So, you know, there you go. Wow, my favourite Nintendo game. Call of Duty Black Ops 2, which, you know, I was never like a huge shooter fan, never a big FPS guy, but my brother, Lord Efiano, definitely was, and we used to play this game, not the Wii U version, but the Xbox 360 version, when we were kids. We'd play it online together, and zombie mode with Transit specifically, I remember playing quite a bit of back in the day, and on multiplayer we'd play on the Nuketown map, which was a lot of fun. But recently, I played this game again because I played it with my good friend Lord Thomas Jackson, also known as DJ Cheese, who I do the radio show / podcast Mead and Cheese with. And the fun thing about playing co-op of Black Ops 2 on the Wii U, which no other version has, and I think this makes this game like quite a valid Wii U release, is the split screen that you would normally get on the consoles, where it splits your TV screen in two. Instead of that, one player gets the TV screen and the other player gets the gamepad. So me and Lord Cheese, we played through Call of Duty Black Ops 2 on zombies, and we played through the multiplayer doing One in the Chamber on the Nuketown map. And it was a lot of fun because we didn't have to worry about screen watching. And we just enjoyed playing Black Ops 2, and it was a nice blast from the past. Uh-oh, Captain Toad. So, Captain Toad, as you can see it says Amiibo supported, the first Nintendo Selects title in my Wii U collection. So, Nintendo Selects Wii U's budget-friendly games offering. Let me show you some examples. So, quick tangent, wouldn't be an unscripted video without a quick tangent, but obviously budget re-releases of games. You've got the Xbox Classics line, which they did on the original Xbox, and the Xbox 360. And later did that design as well, which I think is a lot less intrusive, but on the spine it's more obvious, which I don't like it on the spine. But Nintendo used to do Player's Choice on the GameCube, which obviously as a PAL region gamer, all of my games are PAL region. Player's Choice on the GameCube in PAL have these like shiny silver colorations. I think in the North American ones they're yellow, but yeah, this was Nintendo's budget offering. And then on the Wii I think they started doing Player's Choice, and this is, I think, much preferable to the the Player's Choice that they used to do, the Nintendo Selects, because if you look at the spine, which is how you're going to be viewing most of your games, these things stick out like a sore thumb. Like the silver coloration compared to all of your other GameCube games just makes these stand out completely, whereas these, they just get this little gold crown icon, which really isn't intrusive at all, and these games just blend in to your collection. Not really said anything about Captain Toad. I know they re-released it on the Switch, but it's a fine little puzzle game, really, isn't it? Ka-chow. Disney Infinity, Toys to Life. Let's get that focused again. Disney Infinity, Toys to Life. I'm a big Toys to Life guy. I have, a big love for Skylanders, which you'll see when I do my Skylanders collection video. But Disney Infinity, I've got a few of these, but I've got all three of these games on the Wii U. So just quickly about my story with the Toys to Life games. I never really played these two games, and I was a big Skylanders guy. And then when this game released, right here, it had my beloved Star Wars in it, and the age that I was, being very, very drawn in to the Star Wars aspect of this game, I jumped immediately on the chance to play Disney Infinity 3.0. Bought a load of figures, not just the Star Wars ones, but the Marvel ones as well. And I had a lot of fun with it. Now, would I say that I like Disney Infinity as much as Skylanders? Looking back now, probably not. but I still think that these games are a lot of fun anyway, and they're definitely worth giving a go. I'd probably recommend the Steam version of Disney Infinity, because I think they've done a release of it where you can play with all of the figures just in the game, so you don't really need to collect all of the different figures. But as a big Toys to Life guy, I like collecting the figures. I think that's the whole point of these sorts of games, and without that aspect, the magic sort of goes. But I don't think Disney Infinity really has that same magic as Skylanders anyway, at least not to the same level. So I would probably recommend trying the Steam version. If you really enjoy it, then you can maybe start collecting the figures for it. So that would just be my take, really. Banana. Big Donkey Kong fan. Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. This game also got a re-release on the Switch, and it got a new funky mode, so you can play as Funky Kong. Yeah, what more can I say? It's Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, a great game. Sequel to Donkey Kong Country Returns on the Wii, which also got a Switch re-release with Donkey Kong Country Returns HD. I would say that this one is the stronger game, but you can't go wrong with any Donkey Kong game, really. I mean, just look at this guy. He's the best. He's Donkey Kong. It's Donkey Kong. Bonanza, though. Am I a big fan of the redesign? I don't know. I like my charming rare boy. So, yeah, bring back my DK. Right, next up is Epic Mickey 2, The Power of Two. This game, I wasn't sure where to sort it in my collection when I was sorting things alphabetically, because is it Disney Epic Mickey 2 or is it Epic Mickey 2? If you guys want to comment below and let me know, that'd be great. But again, this is the first game, I think, which has the British Board of Film classification age rating on it, which is interesting. It's got a U, which means everyone can play it. So yeah, it's a nice co-op game. I don't have anyone who will play this with me, but when I do, it'll be time. And then we got FIFA 13. Bro just got Mike Wazowski there. But yeah, this was the only FIFA game that released on the Wii U, I think. Because the Wii U didn't do very well, EA probably thought it wasn't worth releasing FIFA every year. But you got this one, at least. It's your pretty standard FIFA. I personally would probably prefer to play one of the newer games, but you know, FIFA on Wii U, on the best console. Uh-oh, it's Funky Barn time. Yeah, Funky Barn. This is an Australian game. You can see from the Australian G, which means G. Yeah, it's an interesting one, Funky Barn. I played a little bit of it. You sort of make your own farm. You can interact with the animals on the gamepad, like, you know, give them a little stroke. They don't like it if you prod them. This very much has the same vibe as a lot of the Wii shovelware games. Also 505 Games. That's the guys who did Terraria, I'm pretty sure. But it's a fun game. I enjoyed it a lot. I got this game quite recently, actually, at a CEX near me. I was seeing some friends, seeing fellow Wii U gang member Alistair Apollo Nithercott Brown, who said, yes, Funky Barn, definitely need to get it. So I take that man at his word, and Funky Barn was a must-buy right there and then. Lego time! These are the 4 Lego games that I currently own on the Wii U. We have boom, Lego Avengers. We have boom, Lego City Undercover. We have boom, the Lego Movie video game. This one's an interesting one. Again, this stumped me when I was sorting everything alphabetically. Is it the Lego Movie video game, or is it Lego the Lego Movie video game? Because the way it's written, like you look at this game right here, you wouldn't call it just Marvel Superheroes. It's Lego Marvel Superheroes, or Lego City Undercover, and these guys have, interestingly, I think, called this game Lego the Lego Movie video game. So that's how I've treated it in the alphabetization. I'm calling it Lego the Lego Movie video game. Yeah, what can I say about these games? This game I played a lot growing up, actually. I really enjoyed the free roaming aspect in the open world of New York City. I played a lot as Captain Britain, and this game introduced me to that character. And since then I've always wanted a Captain Britain film in the MCU. I think Henry Cavill would be perfect for that. I think I would be perfect for that. I've not played this one, but I will eventually. It looks like fun, and I do enjoy the Lego games. This game I don't think is as good as Lego Marvel Superheroes, but it's still a fun Lego Marvel game. So it's worth playing, but this one's definitely the one that takes the prize, I think. And then this game, Lego City Undercover, was a Wii U exclusive to begin with. I think it's on lots of different platforms now. It's definitely got a Switch re-release, but this was one of the sort of first few Wii U games that came out, and yeah, a lot of people at the time were saying this is Lego GTA. It's not. You play as a copper, and it's definitely not as violent or as free as GTA is. But it tries to use the gamepad in some interesting ways. It's the only controller you can use. But yeah, I'm playing through this one at the moment, because, as I said, I enjoy the open world, and yeah, I'll maybe give some more thoughts on this one when I've played through it all again, because it's been a while since I actually last played through it. But the thing that annoys me with this one is it says it's compatible with all of these different controllers. Player 1 can only use the gamepad in this game, and I don't know if the other Lego games are like that, but I really wanted to play this with the Pro Controller, but it seems only player 2 could do that. Again, I don't have anyone who will play these games with me, but if I did, I guess they would get to use the Pro Controller. Doesn't really use the gamepad in interesting ways either. Just you could change through characters on it, but you could do that just by pressing a button anyway, so yeah, but good games. Well, it's only the best game on the best console. Minecraft Wii U Edition, which is a version of the Legacy Console edition of Minecraft, which was one of my first Minecraft experiences, was Minecraft Xbox 360 Edition, way back in the day. This is one of the last Legacy Console versions to receive updates, I believe. So this has the update Aquatic, which you could still download as an update for it. And yeah, it's how you remember Legacy Console, really. It's a lot of fun. I've been playing it recently. I've been building up my sugarcane farm. Obviously, you can't mod this. You can't do, Minecraft Mega Construction City Edition on the Wii U. But it comes with the Mario Mashup Pack. That also later came to the Switch version. But I think this is a nice piece of nostalgia. I've definitely been enjoying playing through this. Minecraft Story Mode. I never really got into the Telltale games, I will be completely honest. Minecraft to me is best when it's a creative platform, or you've got the survival aspect of it. Minecraft story mode, it's not one that I've ever actually sat down and played through, but as an older, more mature guy, I see a lot of praise for this game. I think there's a mission where famous Minecraft YouTubers got to do cameos, so I'm excited to definitely give this a go, and maybe my opinions on the Telltale games will change. Maybe I'll actually enjoy them if I give them a fair shot. But yeah, Minecraft Story Mode, this is an interesting one because it's a delisted game, as a lot of the Telltale games are. So you can't really buy this anywhere anymore, not the digital version anyway. But this is the complete adventure, so it comes with all of episodes 1 to 8, which I think is the first season of Minecraft Story Mode. I think they did a season 2 as well. But I'll definitely be giving this a go. Delisted games I always find super interesting, and thank goodness for the Wii U for preserving this piece of Minecraft history. Wahoo! It's Mario Kart 8, not 8 Deluxe. Yeah, Mario Kart 8 on Wii U is pretty much obsolete now, isn't it? I don't know why you would choose to play the Wii U version of Mario Kart 8, except for the fact that you're playing on the best console ever made. Yeah, up walls, across ceilings, race without limits. Obviously the eShop on the Wii U is down now, so you can't get the DLC for this game anymore, except all the DLC was included in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe on the Switch. So, I mean, unless you're doing what I'm doing, where you're collecting every Wii U game, I probably wouldn't recommend getting Mario Kart 8 on the Wii U. I'd probably recommend getting the Switch version, especially since the Booster Course Pass now has doubled the track listing since this game. Although, this version was very cheap, so if you just want cheap Mario Kart, not a bad option. So we've got New Super Mario Bros. U, and New Super Mario Bros. U, plus New Super Luigi U, plus bonus videos. And if you want some more bonus videos, subscribe to CCAPS. Yeah, this game also got a re-release on the Switch, which also included Super Luigi U, although you don't have the player on the gamepad who can add platforms for you on the Switch version, as far as I'm aware. But you do have Peach App, which caused a whole can of worms on the internet with that power-up. Yeah, this is the Nintendo Selects version. This is the original version. This one has Super Luigi U, which was I think an add-on originally for this game, made for the Year of Luigi. Did also get its own physical release, which I'm hoping to get for the collection, which had a nice fully green case, and you know, it's Ouija. We love Ouija. One thing to note as well is that the spines of these games look almost identical. It's just that this one denotes that it also has Super Luigi U. Interestingly, this is the Nintendo Selects version of the game, but it doesn't have the little symbol like Captain Toad did. So, just looking on my Wii U collection shelf, you wouldn't really have any way of knowing that this was a Nintendo Selects. So again, as I was saying earlier, I much prefer how the Wii U does its budget re-releases of games. Very unintrusive, doesn't stick out like a sore thumb on your shelf. Nintendo Land, baby! Nintendo Land, fun party game, shows off the Wii U gamepad in fun ways, great to play with lots of friends. Nintendo, I think, thought that this was going to be the next Wii Sports, that this was going to be a huge, monumentous release, a system seller for the Wii U. It didn't end up being that, but it still has a very big niche audience. Nintendo Land has a cult fan base still to this day, and it never got a re-release, and I don't think it ever will, because it so heavily focuses on the gamepad. I think this is a fun game to play, especially with lots of friends, and I think this game is a reason you could get a Wii U. So, definitely worth playing. If you have a Wii U, get Nintendo Land. It's the Nintendo Wii U packing game. Do it. And another one that hasn't been re-released on the Switch, Paper Mario Color Splash. Obviously the Switch has gotten its own Paper Mario game in Origami King. It's also gotten the Thousand Year Door remaster, which I think is the most popular Paper Mario game. This game isn't as popular as those ones. It still has its fans, and I'm a fan of it myself, given that it is the Wii U's Super Mario Paper Mario game. It's a fun one. Paper Mario. I like how you can see the colour draining from the enemies when you attack, which is just a lot of fun. It's sort of in the name, Colour Splash. I think it's still worth playing today. Obviously, since it's never gotten a re-release, the only way you can play this is on the Wii U. So I'd say get yourself a Wii U and give it a go. And yet another undeluxed game. Pikmin 3, the regular standard edition on the Wii U. This game also got the re-release treatment, same as Mario Kart 8 on the Switch. Same as a lot of Wii U games, it would seem. But yeah, Pikmin 3, it's a fun game. It's Pikmin on the Wii U. I would say definitely worth playing. I like this game. And another one. Yeah, Pokken Tournament, not Pokken Tournament DX, which interestingly, yeah, it doesn't say Pokken Tournament Deluxe, it says DX, which obviously means deluxe, but I find it interesting that they called it that. Yeah, there's no reason really to get this version of Pokken Tournament, except of course that it's cheaper and you're trying to build a Wii U collection. Yeah, this is everything that this game is and more, and this version actually got DLC later on, so. But is it on the best console? Is it on the Wii U? Hashtag Wii U Gang for Life? No. What I will say about Pokken though, the Wii U wasn't a huge Pokemon console, like the Switch ended up being. The Switch got all of the main series games eventually move over to there, whereas the main series games were still on handheld at this time. They were on the 3DS. The Wii U got this, but this is a lot of fun. Pokken, if I open this up, you can see it right there. Pokemon Tekken. That is essentially what this game is. It's a 3D fighting game featuring Pokemon, and you know what? It's a lot of fun. I very much enjoy this game. Would probably recommend playing this version more, but if you like fighting games, you can't go wrong with Pokken Tournament, and it's on the best console. Shovel Knight on the Wii U. yeah, the Wii U generation was an interesting one because Nintendo was trying to be very big in support of indie games, and Yacht Club Games, who made Shovel Knight, got the physical release on the Wii U, and they even got to release the Shovel Knight amiibo. Shovel Knight was also added to Smash. He was an assist trophy in Ultimate, I believe. Yeah, this is an interesting one. Obviously the Wii U servers are down, but you can still get updates for games, and I got a big update for this game which added all of the latest playable characters, turned it from Shovel Knight into Shovel Knight Treasure Trove. So it's definitely still worth getting this game. I don't think the other console versions make this version inferior at all, and actually, you know, the Wii U version of Shovel Knight is still my favourite way to play it. Shovel Knight on the best console. Hashtag Shovel Knight for Smash. And this is where the Wii U really shines. Yep, Skylanders. Skylanders Giants, Trap Team, Superchargers and Imaginators. You also had Swap Force, but I don't own Swap Force on the Wii U. I know, illegal, I'll get it, don't you worry. It will be added soon. Isn't it strange how I can have such a huge Skylanders collection, including the Chompy Mage and Robo, but not own Swap Force on the Wii U. That will be rectified. But the Wii U is the best console for Skylanders, which I'll be making its own video about. But yeah, I got Skylanders Imaginators on Wii U from CEX when I was reigniting my Skylanders passion. But why the Wii U version specifically? Why has this gotten me deep into my collecting habits? Well, you see that? Skylanders Superchargers? Who's that on the cover? That's my boy Donkey Kong. Yeah, Skylanders on the Wii U. On Nintendo systems you have the exclusive characters Bowser and Donkey Kong. And these are what we call in the business as Sky Amiibo. If I put these guys as so, you can see they have a little turny switch on the bottom, which, if I can get the camera to focus, turn it from Skylander mode into Amiibo mode. And this Donkey Kong will work as both a Skylander to play in the Skylanders Superchargers and Imaginators games, and will work as an Amiibo. And the same is said for Bowser right here. He's currently in Amiibo mode. If I flick the switch, it's in Skylanders mode. Very, very cool. But also, the Wii U is the only place where you can play all of the Skylanders games, including Spyro's Adventure, the Wii version, which a lot of people say is the definitive version of Spyro's Adventure, and the exclusive Wii game Superchargers Racing. It's the best console for Skylanders, but I'll be making a more in-depth video about that at some point soon. Yeah, love these games, love this franchise, and love the exclusive Nintendo figures. I don't know what to say about this one. Snoopy's Grand Adventure on Wii U. I'd never really watched Peanuts. I know that's Snoopy, and I think that is Charlie Brown. Can't really tell you much about this, to be honest. What does that say on there? It says Blue Sky, Snoopy and Charlie Brown, the Peanuts movie. So clearly this is a movie tie-in game. Interesting. Don't see too many of those today. Snoopy on Wii U. Not played it. I'll give my opinions when I play it, I guess. Floating around at the speed of sound, got places to go, gotta follow the rainbow. Sonic and All-Stars Racing transformed. As you can see, you can transform from a plane to a boat to a car. I recall Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing on the Xbox 360, as it had the special guest appearance of Banjo from Banjo-Kazooie in one of the nuts and bolts cars. Dr. Eggman firing a missile there. This is the special edition. Not sure what makes it special, apart from being on the very special best console of all time, the Wii U. All-Stars, 20 legendary racers, including Shadow the Hedgehog and Disney's Wreck-It Ralph. Again, this I think is one to give more in-depth thoughts on when I've given it a proper playthrough. But Wreck-It Ralph's in the game, that's interesting. I know Sonic had a big cameo appearance in the Wreck-It Ralph film, so it makes sense that they would tie him over into this, I guess. But yeah, seems cool. Sports Connection on the Wii U, published by Ubisoft. It's rated 3 and up. It seems to be a sports game, 6 sports in one, very similar to, I guess, Wii Sports. I've not played this one. Again, I'll have to give my opinions on it when I've given it a proper playthrough. But seems cool enough. Super Mario 3D World. Nintendo selects on the Wii U. Super Mario 3D World. This game also got a re-release on the Switch. Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury. Wonder what this guy has to be furious about. Maybe because he keeps trying to steal Mario's girl and Mario keeps stealing the straight back. But again, another Nintendo Selects version. You got the little logo down there. A great 3D platformer. The 3D World, sort of a sequel to 3D Land. It's sort of in the style of 2D Mario, but it's a 3D Mario game, which I always thought was an interesting way to do it. I think this game's great, and I think the Wii U version is still worth getting. It's a lot cheaper than the Switch version. But Bowser's Fury is also incredible, so if you're gonna get one, you should probably get the Switch version. But this version's on the best console, so Mario. And it was all yellow. Yeah, Super Mario Maker on the Wii U. The first Mario Maker game, because of course this game got a sequel on the Switch too, not a remake, although the sequel I think is essentially supposed to replace this game. Interestingly, it gets a fully yellow case, which, as I mentioned with the Nintendo Selects, I'm not a huge fan of when my games stick out like sore thumbs in my collection. This one sticks out a lot because it's yellow. Mario Maker on Wii U. As I said, Mario Maker 2 definitely designed to be a replacement to this game, but there are still some features of this version that are not in the Mario Maker 2. You've got the weird mushroom, which gives you the tall, skinny Mario. And you've got the amiibo mushrooms, which give you lots of costumes for different characters like Link and even Hello Kitty. You get a little mushroom. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. So you got 4 styles of game in one. It definitely feels like Nintendo was sick of the criticisms they were getting for their Mario games and said, if you think you could do better, just do it. Just do it! That's what Mario Maker is. Yeah, obviously the Wii U servers are down, so you can't get the community created levels anymore. Unfortunate. But making levels on the gamepad still, I think, feels the most natural way to make Mario Maker levels, even if there's more to Mario Maker 2, and that is the more definitive experience. Oh boy, what a game. Super Smash Brothers for Wii U. On Wii U. Super Smash Brothers for Wii U. This was the game that sort of kickstarted the Amiibo phase and kickstarted my love for the Wii U. I was not really that interested in getting a Wii U, you'll be surprised to hear. Back when the Wii U was still an active console, I wasn't really that interested. There wasn't much on it that convinced me that it was worth getting when I had all these games to play on my Xbox 360. And you know, I had a Wii, but this game changed all of that. I was very much in the hype for this game. I needed a Wii U so I could play Super Smash Bros. For Wii U. I got the DS version first, and then I got this version. I got the soundtrack CD, which was a lot of fun. I bought all the DLC for this game. I got the GameCube controller adapter, and yeah, this is probably one of the most important games that ever released for me, because I don't think I would be as big of a Nintendo guy if not for this game specifically. So thank you, Smash Bros. For Wii U, for helping to ignite my love for Nintendo. Obviously Smash for Wii U did get a sequel on the Switch, just like Mario Maker did in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, which again is not a direct release of this, but is definitely intended to be a replacement. And I think that's unfortunate that this game is often forgotten about in conversation now, because Ultimate did ultimately make this game, I think, obsolete in a lot of people's minds, but there are still things in this game that you can't get in Ultimate, and that is Smash Tour, the Mario Party-esque board game. I've had fun playing Smash Tour with some Wii U friends, but for the most part, yeah, there's not much of a reason to return to this one really, when Ultimate has so much. One thing I do miss about this game though, more than anything, is trophies. This was the last Smash Bros game to have trophies, and I don't think Spirits will ever be able to scratch that itch that trophies had. Having a full 3D model to look at while collecting the trophies was cool. Having a full 3D model to be able to look at was a nice unlockable and a nice reward for playing through the game. So I think Smash Bros. For Wii U is the best version of Smash 4. Because you got the 3DS version, although the 3DS version has Smash Run, which I like a lot more than Smash Tour. Interesting thing about Smash Bros. For Wii U, you can use the 3DS as a controller for it. You also have the customizable moves for every character, which you don't have in Ultimate. They only really kept that for the Mii fighters, which I think is interesting. Yeah, there are some unique things in this game. You got the level based on Star Fox Zero, and you got the 2-tier level based on Donkey Kong, which are both interesting things. It's definitely worth going back to this game, even if Ultimate did end up replacing it. I think it's still worth giving this game a go. The Wonderful 101. You play as 101 characters. No, 100 characters. 101. This guy. Wonderful 101 was a Wii U exclusive. Now it's a big multi-platform game. Still, when I think of this game, I think of the Wii U. And when I think of the Wii U, I tend to think of other games first, but this game was definitely one of the standouts in the Wii U lineup at the time, and you know, I was as surprised as anyone when this game became multi-platform. Wonderful 101. Well, if it isn't the best art style in any Nintendo game ever, Yoshi's Woolly World, which is another Wii U game that hasn't seen a re-release on the Nintendo Switch. We do have a version of this game on the 3DS, but not on the Switch, and I would say that this is still the definitive way to play Yoshi's Woolly World. You've got the lovely HD arts and crafts art style with Yarn Yoshi and Poochie right there. Now, this game did get a sequel, Yoshi's Crafted World, on the Switch, but that's a completely different game, and I would say an inferior game to Yoshi's Woolly World, which is just wonderful. I mean, look at Wii U Yarn Yoshi right there. Woshi, a double Yoshi Exploshi. Yeah. Probably one of my favourite games on the Wii U, Yoshi's Woolly World. It has one of the coolest and cutest art presentations, art styles of any game, I think, ever. So, seeing as this game never got a re-release on the Switch, I think it's definitely worth getting yourself a Wii U just to play Yoshi's Woolly World and some of the other Wii U games that didn't get a re-release. So, there's only one more game left to show. And the final Wii U game in my collection is Zombie U, which he's a nice looking fella, isn't he? Zombie U, another Wii U exclusive, turned multi-platform game, rebranded as, hold on, Zombie, with no E. And I think this game, it really does, you know, 2 screens, twice the fear, it really does have that effect on you. Especially if you play it in a dark room, if you're one, you know, who wants to challenge yourself, definitely play this game. If you like zombie games, if you like survival games, if you like horror, give Zombie U a go. Thank you for watching this video on the Seacats YouTube channel. If you liked it, give it a like, and I hope that you'll watch the next one in a bit.